I am back with more Parasite Eve. This is immediately following the disc change. You've missed nothing. You just saw the screen or rather, you missed the screen that said checking the disc, and now we're here. And now I have to remember how to play. Can I look at this newspaper on the ground? No. Is there anything on this bridge for me? No. Just disappointment. I wonder if there'll be any more inconvenient subway critters like that centipede we fought last time. Speaking of, how... I need to heal! Was not healed after the disc change. Let's do that. The intense music is still going, boy, and... I was gonna say my inventory is bereft, but no, it's... just the way things are sorted in this game is a travesty. There we go. Okay. Let's just use a medicine too, for now. Use a couple of those, and hope that's adequate. Okay. A surprising lack of loot on the screen. You think there would be tons of loot kicking around in the New York subway system. Now, I know some people here have been to New York. Have you been on the subways? I've heard you see all kinds of strange things on the subways in New York. Oh, not these bats again. But nobody bats an eye. Him bats an eye. Get rid of these bats, get rid of these bats. I hate them. Mole. Get out of my face, get out of my face. Oh, I'm gonna miss those. They're too far away. Great. And I'm wearing the sunglasses. Do I have a cure or don't? Hello, Min. How are you? Hopefully you're faring better than Aya. And these bats that are harassing me. Oh, boy. Do I have enough parasite energy to heal? At least I do. You've been on the DC Metro. That's the closest you've gotten. I have too, actually. I've been on the DC Metro many times. Curiously, despite not being from there, I've been asked for directions from, like, I guess other tourists on the DC Metro several times in the past. I don't know why. I guess maybe there's just something about me that seems approachable. I mean, I do help them to the best of my ability. I'm a decent navigator. Believe it or not, I know as often as I pull up the map when I'm streaming, but that's different. When the metro went underground, your head basically exploded. You don't have tunnels there. Here either. I mean, kind of, but I'd say like just brief forays underground. Not much after that. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There is a save point after the centipede boss, right? I can't remember. Because I'm thinking, like, what if you died after the disc change, but before you got here and there was no save point? Like those bats killed you or something, because you don't get healed after that fight. Also, Min, that color grave character poll that you folks have been doing, has anyone else shown support for Yoru? Anyone? I like her a lot. Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. I feel so alone. Okay, I hope I did not miss anything essential down there. Let's see, where do I need to go? I should go back to the police station, if nothing else, to deposit my extra club. Onyx is... What is he doing? I hear some crinkling in the background. Always cause for alarm when you can't see your pet, but you hear noises. I think he's climbing in a paper bag. Well, as long as he's having fun, I suppose. Do you actually You can hear it? So you can't hear my fan, but you can hear the distant crinkling of the paper bag? That's interesting. What a strange microphone I've got. I mean, if I had the extra money, I would absolutely get like a really nice microphone, like on a boom microphone. What do I need? I need to store equipment, maybe? Yeah. I'll store... Surely I only need one club on my person, right? Okay, good. That would have been excessive. Grenade launcher. Why was I keeping this with me? I feel like I wanted to maybe use like a super tool on it. But I don't want to spend the whole like beginning of the stream doing inventory management, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay. I think that's good. How are my items looking? Oh, wait, never mind. I have the gate key. I am so dismayed that I got rid of the extra keys while in the hospital, but nowhere else. I don't understand, Aya. Okay, store item. Yeah, the grenade launcher had the tranquilizer rounds. I used a tool and got, or rather, I was going to say got rid of those. No, I took them from the grenade launcher. I was going to say snip them from the grenade launcher. I surgically excised them from the grenade launcher and put them on this handgun I've got. Boy howdy, I can already tell my ability to speak is swiftly deteriorating, if it even existed today to begin with, because of the extreme heat. Ugh. I spent a good chunk of the afternoon like just trying desperately to get stuff done. I spent like a couple hours listlessly trying to draw. I tried to write for a bit, but it's just so hot. My brain was soup the whole time. Miserable. Onyx is really going to town on that paper. You can actually hear him, huh? Oh yeah, I'm looking at the waveform on OBS. I can see he's all the way in the other end of the apartment. Why can you hear that and yet not my fan? All right. I think we needed to go to the museum. I believe that was also mentioned. He's duking it out. The fan isn't picked up with the mic, but my voice is picked up slightly different. Oh, you know... Hang on a second. Okay, I've moved my fan. See if it makes my voice sound less weird. I think if you can't hear the fan, but you hear Onyx, and it's making my voice come through weird, then it's probably some side effect of the noise cancellation here. Boy, I really hope this is actually where I'm supposed to be going. Because they were talking about the museum last time. It sounds more normal now. Excellent. I would have been horrified to see this recording and then discover... Are you good? She's clipping. Oh lordy, she's clipping. I would have been mortified to discover my voice was garbled the whole time. Who's that? Who's there? I don't know, Aya. We've only seen one person in a lab coat. You're not going to sign the guest book? But that's against protocol. It's never a bad idea to visit a museum. Agreed. Especially this one. I've almost finished reading... the book I've been reading is called The Cabinet of Curiosities by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child. It's an old favorite of mine that I haven't revisited in many years. But it is set in New York, and a lot of it does feature the New York Museum of Natural History. There is no mitochondria, unfortunately, featuring in the plot. Maybe there's a little medical horror, but there's no mitochondria. Or is there? No, there isn't. Sorry. And I started rereading it, not too long before I began streaming Parasite Eve, and I didn't decide to play Parasite Eve because I was reading a book set in New York. I've been thinking about this for a while, but I guess it just kind of works out. Hey! I'm kind of like standing where I live here in the prairies. Aya's doxing me. Don't dox me, Aya. Get off that map. Kind of sad that I can't interact with anything in here. Like, I can't examine any of the exhibits. Can I read anything? Should I be stepping on this? Oh, there's... Okay. There's drugs. The skeleton is guarding drugs. Ben Stiller shows up, and then this secretly turns into a Night at the Museum game. Very, very softly in the corner, Aya hears, on the edge of hearing. Wow. If eukaryotic life is involved, there's always mitochondria involved. You got me there. I guess the book does involve mitochondria in some way. I can't read this? Come on, Aya. Oh. Oh, don't step on that. Medicine 3. Do they let museum visitors just help themselves to the drugs behind the dinosaurs? I've never been. Hey! Dinosaurs. It's a shame the battle screen is not with whomstever that is. She just shoots him and gets it over with. Ow, what the heck? Stop. I was kind of hoping they would, be vulnerable to my tranquilizer rounds, but oh boy, they don't seem to be. That's a problem. I want to use barrier. Now let's just heal. Your brain connected the dots of the... And now you have rice in your nose from laughing. Thank you. You're welcome. Ow. Yeah, dinosaurs. Okay, I keep splitting my shots, hoping that my tranquilizer rounds will land on one of these, but evidently not, so it's not worth trying to do it. Better to just focus one down at a time. If only I could throw Cure Ds at them. Cure Dinosaur. How the hell did those dinosaurs get here? It's the New York Museum of Natural History. There's tons of dinosaurs. Granted, they're a little more skeletal, to my understanding. G22 handgun. I do have a super tool now. I think. So I could swap all the parameters, because that's what is 38, 54, 10, and then this one. Yeah, I don't see why I couldn't swap one set of things for the other. Not a single chocobo in sight. That's the chocobos are on another floor. Let's see. Let's equip that. Yeah. Or no. Let's equip the new thing that I got. This is a travesty. Can I actually move everything? Will it have enough slots? Or will it complain if I try? Alright. Do I even have the super tool with me? I don't think I don't. I stored it. Oh well. You know what? Never mind. Let's just go back to my other gun for now. I forgot. But maybe later. Do I need to heal while I'm in this menu? Yeah. Turns out getting bitten by dinosaurs really hurts. Who knew? They keep the living dinosaurs in the basement. That's one of those museum secrets they don't want you to know. It's locked. You're just gonna give up? That's it? You had a computer game as a kid where you walked around a dinosaur museum. You could dig for dinosaur bones, and if you found all of them from one species, it would start walking around the halls. This game is getting there, but still not as cool. Yeah, it's hard to be that cool, honestly. I don't suppose you remember what that game's called, do you? Oh, what are these little critters? Oh boy, they're really jumpy. Are you vulnerable to being tranquilized? No. Please. Times like this makes me wish Aya had some sort of AoE attack. I wonder if I should use haste or something just so I can get away from these creatures a little faster. No one ever shoots the locks. Unless you're Leon S. Kennedy, I suppose. Maybe I'm gonna heal myself. Might be smart. Eyewitness dinosaur hunter. Ow. Hooray. No, wait, I don't want the junk. I don't want the junk. Get out. Get out of my inventory. I don't want you. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to know you. Day. Well, I guess that mysterious figure has unleashed dinosaurs upon the museum. What a travesty. Uh-oh. I wish I could see these creatures a little better. But I feel like that with a lot of the bestiary in this game. Ow. What am I doing? Haste. There's probably weapons that have AoE damage, like maybe the grenade launcher does. I don't remember. Something explosive, perhaps. But I'm sure they're wildly impractical, or there'd be some other drawback. Probably very slow to use. How dare you zip away from me? And now my haste is worn off. You did. You did. He's the only one that shoots locks off, you see. Now I just want to use haste again. I do love good old AoE splash damage, as long as it can't hurt me. If there is a way to get myself blown up, I'm sure I'll find it. Gonna just heal myself again. These things are very bitey. And I guess just contact damage. They're very rough. Medicine. I'll take the ammo. I really wish, you know, if this game ever gets remade, I don't know if that would ever happen. If there was some way to select only the non-junk items, that would be great. Well, what am I saying? If this game ever got remade, it would need a better inventory system. I'll just put a bandage on it, just throw out the whole thing, do it again. I can't drink from the water fountain. This is a travesty. There haven't been shotguns. I'm trying to remember. Have I picked up a shotgun? I have rifles. There's been a machine gun. There's been an Uzi. Grenade launcher. I don't think I've encountered a shotgun, but that certainly doesn't rule out the possibility. Maybe we'll find one in the museum. Maybe a dinosaur will cough one up. Maybe a particularly impressive Stegosaurus will have a shotgun for me. Just like how that spider had. What did that spider have? Like a rifle or something? Can I take the elevator? You know, because the last time we took an elevator, it worked out really well. It's not working. But I'm sure it'll start up again if I deactivate the alarm. Oh, okay, what alarm? Sure. If this game ever got remade, it would be over the shoulder and they'd remove the museum section. Don't say that. Look, it's a bunny rabbit. You see, this is a bunny rabbit, right? A little black bunny rabbit? Look, Nox, it's you. Oh. Oh, wasn't really paying attention. 9? There's 8 or 9, I think. I did it. Alright, cool. 4. Close enough. There is at least 4. Ow. The depth perception here, atrocious. I like the speed of a handgun, but I do miss the range of a rifle. I mean, with enough upgrades, one could fix the range of a handgun. But that would be upgrades not funneled into more attack power. And I know where my priorities lie. I may have a problem. I'm just gonna use this. You know, I was thinking whenever I get around to revisiting Resident Evil, but as Chris, I'm gonna use tank controls, I think. Now I've come to appreciate how tank controls and fixed camera angles complement one another. Once I learned how to use them. I mean, you can't get away with this with a manually controlled camera. Oh. Oh. Someone obviously doesn't want me to get through this area. Yeah. I mean, I did just save, so if it kills me, not a big deal, right? Ow. Gotta see what the scorpion can do. Let's use haste, because haste is always good. Yeah, that's right, it's the speedrun strats, just focusing on raw power at maybe the expense of everything else. Ow. You know, working out pretty well for me, though. Oh, my haste ran out. The battles kind of remind you a bit of Lifeline. Whoa. Great. The microphone-controlled PS2 game with, what's her name, Rio, I think? I've seen a couple different people try and play through that game, and boy howdy. The ideas in it from what I saw were cool, but just mechanically, but I feel like maybe if you revisited that game with the better voice recognition tech we have now, it would function a little better. I've heard, I don't know if this is true, but I've heard one of the reasons Lifeline didn't work very well as an English release is that just the number of sounds in English there's too many more there's too many variables to capture with regards to speech recognition. I'm just gonna take a sip of water 1 second. Medic, at last I can deal with stiffness, finally. And the bats. The microphone-controlled game, otherwise known as Shoot the Head. Oh my god, the game. The people I've seen playing Lifeline were losing their minds. What was the nutritional source of the first organism that lived 3.9 billion years ago? All right, chat. 1. Oxygen from the ocean. 2. Nitrogen oxides from volcanoes. 3. Self-conducted photosynthesis. Okay, chat. Pick. I mean, I guess I could pick one, but by fobbing the decision off on someone else, I can alleviate myself of the responsibility if I get it wrong. But on the flip side, if I do that, then I don't get the satisfaction of getting it right on my own. I know what I'm gonna pick. My eyes are closed. I would pick the nitrogen oxides from volcanoes. What does chat say? Let me see. Two. Big on volcano juice. 2. Okay, so if we're all thinking nitrogen oxides. Nice. Proud of all of us. Everybody gets a gold star. I'm sorry I can't split this medicine 4 with all of you. I guess I'm getting like a bunch of solo cups, and I'm putting like an ounce of the medicine 4 into each one, and I'm divvying it up amongst chat. We gotta make it last. So sip it slowly. Shown in the TNG episode. Thanks, Star Trek. Who is giving me more items depending on if I know trivia? Well, maybe that's also something they do at the Museum of Natural History. If you answer a question correctly, a little or rather a dispenser distributes a Tylenol. Sorry, I wanted to word that better, but I'm trying really hard not to get run over by these dinosaurs. It's not working great. Speaking of extremophiles, I want to see a tardigrade. Let me see it. Let me fight like a giant tardigrade. Big ol' water bear. I'm like, there's nothing mutated about it, like all these other mitochondria, goop-infused creatures. It's just a tardigrade, but really big. It's sort of like Dunsparce and Dunsparce. It's just more of perfection. I'm gonna use Haste again. After getting Medic, my spell list, if you want to call it that, Haste is in a different position than it was before. It's on the right instead of the left, and it's messing with me. The tardigrade is mutated, but it ends up looking like a real normal animal. What does it mean? Or what do you mean? It's already a real normal animal. It's extremely small. The Dunsparce is lovely. Personally, I think the Dunsparce is great. Most Pokemon, when I'm charmed by their initial form, their evolution tends to disappoint me because it's missing out on what I found charming about its initial form. Like, say, Tarantula and Spidops. Spidops is fine, but it's not nearly as cute as a little yarn ball spider. And the concern with... oh, another grenade launcher. The concern with the Dunsparce is that they would ruin Dunsparce by over-designing it, but no, it's just Dunsparce, but there's slightly more of it. It's great. I love it. Right? I don't like it when new spells move the list around. My muscle memory. So I should just get rid of some of these. They're taking up space. I do have a tool, so I could take something off this grenade launcher. Let me see what that ability was. Rate of add frost effect. That's interesting. I mean, I don't know if I need it, but would it hurt to put on my web? I don't know. Ice. I'll think about it. So how many slots do I have in my regular gun? I don't have enough slots. I need to go back to headquarters and use a permit on it, so it doesn't matter. The mitochondria creates ATP, adenosine triphosphate, within the cell. How much energy is this equivalent to? 1. 3.7 kilocalories per gram. 2. 200,000 volts per cubic centimeter. 3. 1/6 horsepower per adult male. I'm slightly dubious of these numbers, so somehow I feel like whatever background one may or may not have in science isn't really going to pay or give you much help here, so I don't really know how you're measuring this metric. 3.7 200. You know, I'm just gonna go with 200,000 volts. One, everybody, okay, one, okay. I want to go with 200,000 volts. Yeah. Sorry, chat, overruled. But that's how they get set on fire, remember? One adult is like 1/6 of a horse. It's worded so terribly, isn't it? Like, what do you mean? Well, I don't understand what they're at. Like, how are they measuring this? Ow. Man, these things are really irritating. Please. Haste is really good, but I wish it lasted longer. And my haste is gone, but that's okay. Ow. Maybe I'll use one of these medicines I'm accumulating. My inventory is getting bloated again. Oh, nope. Do I have any more medicine twos? I do. Excellent. Yeah, I hope Aya has a plan. Like, she just said, oh, the door's locked. I guess presumably we're trying to find an alternate path to wherever that man went, and or a key. But I'm just going this way because the game is letting me go this way. And I guess there's dinosaurs. I just wish I could read some descriptions on the items in the museum. Like, look at these cool rocks. I want to read about these cool rocks. Are they supposed to be blocking the fire exit? I feel that that's maybe like a health and safety code violation, but maybe it's different in New York. Is there really, there's nothing in here? I feel like there's probably a chest somewhere against a wall, and I can't see it because it blends in. And I'm not standing in the precise spot. Were the rocks always in front of the fire exit, or were they moved there? Who moved them there, then, is the question. The dinosaurs? Maybe. So upstairs was a bust. Let's go downstairs, I guess. Fight more of these guys. Probably shouldn't be firing a gun in here with all these, no doubt, priceless cultural artifacts. It's an emergency. That was the nearest exit for the rock. Man, remember when my tranquilizer bullets worked on everything? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Glory days. I'm sick of you lizards. I'm sick of you lizards. My favorite my favorite measurement in biology is glances at the wrongest one possible. Newtons. Fig Newtons. I don't want the junk. I can't believe, and I double checked this to make sure I wasn't off my rocker. That, no, if you want, and actually, you know what? I was a little off my rocker when I mentioned you need 300 junk to get the best gun. I was wrong. Apparently, you need 300 junk to get one of the best guns. Apparently, there's 10 of them, and you need 300 junk for each one? Why? Wayne, why? What are you doing with all this junk? I mean, at that point, grinding for 3,000 junk. Like, imagine the power that I would have accumulated at that point. Why do you need the guns? 300 for each gun type. Criminy. Boy, yet again, I will not read any of these placards. Is that how you say that word? I'm scared to say words now. I could at least be culturally enriched while doing this detective work, but no. Wait, what was that noise? I guess I just had to go everywhere to trigger a flag. Oh no! The rocks broke out of the fire exit. Escape. Oh. You know what? You're not dinosaurs, so I'll take it. I can't believe I just said that. I love dinosaurs. But you know what? Not in this context. Ooh. Wish I could just map that to a hotkey. Looks at dodging 300 lightning strikes in a row. I thought it was 100. I mean, I've heard of it to get, what, Lulu's ultimate weapon or something in Final Fantasy X? I just know it's a ridiculous number. I had it in my head, it was 100, but 300, that's even worse. Well. I was thinking one of those was an Olmec head. Thinking to myself, boy, I should play La Milana someday. And Spelunky. Blessed tranquilizer rounds. Well, that is so much medicine for. Oh my. Okay. Let's do some inventory shuffling. I've got a couple of medicine tubes. Let's just get rid of those. Okay. And I guess I might as well use one. Oh, it was only 200. But you did it for 581. Do you get anything after the threshold for her ultimate weapon? Or at that point is it just I can't stop? I have to keep doing this now. Like just insanity has gripped you. Was it worth it? I don't mean that in a derisive way. I just think about like all the grinding I did, for instance, in Okage, to make Kiesling and Linda usable for a boss fight, and it wasn't worth it. Well, you were watching a video while doing it and lost count. Hardcore. You don't even have to pay attention to lightning. The disdain. Ow. Blessed tranquilizer. I think he could be dodging lightning in real life too. I don't know what people in chat get up to on their off hours. Everybody's got to have a hobby. Pillbugs had a lot of bullets. Oh, it made the game incredibly easy. Oh, that's good, I suppose. I mean, if you're gonna put in that amount of work, I suppose you better be rewarded for it. Oh, it's locked. Okay, never mind. Was I supposed to go upstairs, thinking about it, where the rocks fell from? I was thinking I had to go back because some trigger would make it so that I could get through the door that was previously locked that mysterious white lab-coated figure went through. But maybe I just have to go upstairs, up here. Please no encounters, please no encounters, please no encounters. I try not to grind in games if I can avoid it, just because, like, the more time I spend doing it, the more likely I have to get bored and not finish a game. I don't want to risk making something too easy for me either, because if I don't feel challenged, I'll get bored. Like, even if I'm loving the story, I just get restless. What happened here? Oh, but the fire escape is clear. See, it made it. I think it's one of the reasons I like drawing maps in Etrian Odyssey, is that I find exploring thoroughly and mapping everything on a floor is enough to get me adequately leveled for the most part. I can go up or down. What's on the first floor? Let's see down here first. There's goodies. Yeah, I'll take that. I have to stare at it and make sure this is the gun I have equipped, right? Their names are so non-indicative. Oh. Oh, I'm just down here. Barely accessible fire escape. The New York Museum of Natural History does not seem to care very much about public safety, I see. But I shouldn't be surprised with all the dinosaurs running around. They're not even the result of Eve or anything, they were just there. I mean, it's nice finding good gear. I like it when games reward me for exploring. A rocket. For a rocket launcher. Well, I guess if anything was going to have splash damage, it would be a rocket launcher. But do I need individual ammo for a rocket launcher? Rocket crates. Great. Well, that's cool, but A, I don't have a rocket launcher, and B, that's another... Well, it'd be 2 more precious inventory slots taken up if I had the rocket crate and a rocket launcher. Who cares about public safety when somebody's running a Utah raptor breeding program? Michael Crichton tried to warn us time and time again. Ow. Not even Jeff Goldblum was enough to stay the hubris of man's hand. Why so much medicine? I don't know, it is Christmas time. Maybe everybody here has a cold. They just dropped it while they were fleeing. Might as well use some of it. Probably shouldn't be chugging that much NyQuil. Ooh. We're learning. By taking mitochondria, which uses oxygen as its nutritional source, into the body and living with it symbiotically, the bacteria has acquired a tremendous amount of energy. What was the consequence? 1. Aging. 2. Slow cell reproduction rate. 3. Cell destruction due to overload. I don't know if we should be learning our science from Parasite Eve. Hang let me take a sip of water, and then I'm just gonna pick one at this point. None of this is biology, that's the thing. You can't look at Parasite Eve as an accurate look at biology. You just have to accept that perhaps in this universe that we are getting a glimpse into, that science and biology function differently than they do here. You just have to roll with it. How about aging? Yeah, I got bullets from the New York Museum of Natural History. Nice. Ooh, organs. You could tell which exhibits that one doctor was responsible for. You know what, the museum in Animal Crossing would be a lot cooler if it had like an exhibit on human biology. Well, it doesn't just have to be human, just biology generally. Including the organs and jars. Ow. Whenever they do the next inevitable Animal Crossing game, or whatever they may add to New Horizons, I don't know. A, I hope it is not nearly as depressingly milquetoast as New Horizons. But B, I hope they put more cool stuff in the museum, because I thought the museum was pretty cool. I just wish there was more of it. It always feels kind of empty in the end. In 1987, Kahn and Wilson released a theory stating that humans were derived from Mitochondria Eve. Which organism is thought to be Mitochondria Eve? 1. Chimpanzee in Indonesia. 2. Female monkey in Galapagos. 3. An African female. I believe this was mentioned previously by Dr. Klump in a previous cutscene when he talked about a woman in Africa being Mitochondria Eve, and for that we get more bullets for all the good children who have read up on their biology? Question mark. That's right, we all open our presents on Mitochondria Eve. What is the traditional gift you would get someone for Mitochondria Eve? Ow. Please. Oh, 1/6 of a horse is the tradition, you're right. Has anyone else here played Space Funeral? Would Lake Horse count as 1/6 of a horse? I don't know why they would be 1/6 of a horse specifically. I just started thinking about Lake Horse, and that was about it. That was the extent of the thought. Space Funeral's pretty good. Oh, the first mitochondria is paper, then it's silverware or something. Oh, it's locked. What is this? Like a clam? Ooh, a vending machine. Oh, it was a planet core. I couldn't clearly see what it was supposed to be, so it just kind of looked like a clam to me. But now that you've mentioned it, and I re-examine what it looked like in my mind, yeah, okay, planet core. Mitochondria Eve, a holiday in which we celebrate the power of an average adult male's horsepower. Ray. Oh, pre-raise. That's interesting. Convenient to have, since I don't think I've seen a revival item since day one, maybe? There's no in-game shop or anything, so you just... Oh, alright, well... Egg my face. You know, Adora, if I could roll my R's, but alas, I cannot. And also, I have slightly too much dignity for that. Slightly. I'm sorry. I can't get through here. What do you mean you can't get through? Alright. Maybe there's like an employees only stanchion or something and she'd feel awkward going there. Going that way. It's a lot. So why do we come down here then? The revive? It's like, yeah, she just won't go through here. I can't even get like a bag of chips in the vending machine. What, shaking the jowls? I don't think I'm jowly enough for that. But also I don't think I want to. I have a little bit of a headache and I don't feel like my neck muscles would agree with that. I actually got some trigger point injections on Wednesday, just on a couple spots, the sort of the base of my neck, because they were exceedingly tender, but they're still a bit sore. So I don't want to mess with the musculature there anymore. Do I even have room for this medicine? I guess not. Well, it's fine. It's a medicine too. I guess enemies are so generous with item drops because there's no in-game shop to speak of. So they have to give you something to work with. If only you had like just a dedicated key item pocket. That's all I want. Wow. The miracle of life. Oh. It's basically Ridley. It's like shiny Ridley. You know how so many shiny Pokemon are that one particular shade of green? Circle of the Moon is the same way with item drops in shops. Like, there's no shop, so it's overly generous. Uh-oh. Well, I didn't get hit by whatever that was, so it's fine. That's right, my inventory is full. It's in here. It's a medicine 4. I'll take that tool back. I guess I could just use it on a piece of equipment I have. I could use it on the other gun I have, I guess, and maybe take the stats from it. Yeah, this is what I've equipped. And then... there's not really that much to take from it. Yeah. It's just for the inventory space, really. Yeah. Add. Yeah, I'll take these. And yes. Okay, there we go. Every time I'm scared I'm gonna obliterate the wrong weapon. And I'll be left with something subpar. My tranquilizer rounds vanishing into the ether. Not overly generous? Do you have a limited inventory? I guess that's the real question. It's like a Gorillaz album cover on the wall, like the one for Demon Days. Anybody else? No. No limited inventory, just item drops could be a little better, but they're teeny tiny percentages. See, that's why I rarely bother with stealing in RPGs, because it's too grindy for me. If one is the grindy sort, I can see it being a satisfying venture. But for me, I just kind of go crazy. Like, sometimes I'll try it. And if I get something cool from it, great. But I don't really bother with stealing moves most of the time because they just drive me up the wall with their poor rate of success. You know, I should have stole more in Final Fantasy IX, because Zidane has a move that gets stronger. Oh, great. The more you do crime. Hang on, what am I doing? Medic. Please. You know, no, that's okay. That's okay. You can ding me up a little because I have all these medicines in my pockets. I need to use them. You can name your file Thief and have a completely busted luck stat. But does everyone call you Thief? If they all called you Thief, I wouldn't be able to do it. It would ruin my immersion. I was gonna use one of these medicine 3s because I have so many. Like any kind of game where, oh, you can unlock something, or like I get a cool costume, but your character will forever be called a bizarre or immersion-breaking name, I can't do it. I remember even playing Pokemon Blue back in the day on the Game Boy. I'd always name my character with proper capitalization, even though all names in the game are rendered in all caps. And if I really wanted to be accurate, I would have used all caps, but it just rankled me. So I'm like, no, I have to use proper capitalization or it's incorrect. But the gate's closed. I won't be able to get through here. You just gotta turn yourself sideways, Aya. And then you gotta turn yourself into a little paper boat and float down the New York sewer system, you know. Just take a little trek down the Hudson River. That is the Hudson River, right? Oh, God. Hey! Did someone just lock the door? Pockets to carry more items. Wow. What am I doing? Change armor. Let me see the base stats. So let's see, 35, 29, 26. Yeah, okay. I can transfer the stats from my Spud jacket to this SV protector. Okay. And then that frees up some more inventory space. Wonderful. Okay, I'll take my SP jacket. And I'll take that. And then... Oh, wait, I think am I doing this wrong? Hang on a minute. I'm wearing the SV protector. Okay, I want to pick the SV protector. And then pick the Spud jacket. Take these parameters. Every time I hedge, but I'm scared. Always fun to play an old RPG and have some seemingly random character have an all-caps name. Gee, I wonder if this person's important. What's really telling is if they have a unique sprite. Oops. I didn't mean to skip that. It won't open. He must have locked it. Looks like I'm gonna have to jump. Oh, she's really gonna do it? I can get out through here. Oh, the Jill Valentine method. The strong bad method. Is there anything else in here before I go through the window? Sorry, the danger-esque method. Forgive me, I misspoke. No, I guess not. Actually, thinking about it, it is more the Jill Valentine method just because of the shards of broken glass. The Dangeresque method, I don't know, I feel like it's off the top of a building, but not through shards of broken glass. You know what I mean? Anyway. Looks like I'm gonna have to jump. If I slip, I'm a goner. I wish she did the little sidling, like Wind Waker Link. Also, I assume she's, you know, not actually gonna fall off the ledge. Let's see. It looks like I can only get in from there. Sure. Easy does it. I mean, that's true. The Dangeresque method would also imply that there is a less hazardous way that she could go, but she is opting not to take it because it looks like she's gonna have to jump. Made it. Oh, I can just run. Looks like it's biting me. Claire and I had the same thought. The T-Rex is gonna get her. Oh, hi, Onyx. What do you think, Onyx? He's looking contemplative. I don't know what he thinks about dinosaurs. You know, this armor I have says pockets to carry extra items, but it just looks like +1. It's just one extra pocket. Not even like a camo jacket that has a half dozen pockets, just a single pocket. It's a little sad. A pocket protector. Egg. Why do eggs keep showing up in the games I stream? I don't intend to. They just appear. They manifest. I did buy some eggs the other day so I could make banana bread. It was delicious. Dang, that's what I was gonna do for lunch today. I was gonna have eggs on toast and then I forgot. Maybe for breakfast tomorrow. Oh, another scorpion. Hello. Ow. I hate contact damage. I hate contact damage. And I do feel like I probably take contact damage in real life too. Like, you ever have to sit in a crowded train or something? And just everybody's squished up against you? Or like your seatmate is particularly inconsiderate? I had a couple months ago, I was on the train and there were a bunch of open seats. But a guy came and sat like right next to me and got way too close. Like, I had to push myself up against the window and his palms were on the seat next to me and they were all sweaty and I'm just, I extricated myself. So that is like taking contact damage in real life, I think. What is getting hit but extreme contact damage? You bought eggs the other day so you can make a birthday cake tomorrow. Oh, your birthday! Oh, otanjoubi omedetou gozaimasu. Happy birthday! It was the other day, wasn't it? What kind of birthday cake you gonna make? Chocolate? Museum shop? Oh, gift shop. Oh, heck yeah. We'll get you a birthday gift right here. Stop lemming at me. I don't think I appreciated they lem at you until now. There was some video I saw forever ago of a bunch of geckos all licking up something, maybe a dollop of nectar. I'm not sure exactly what, but it was edited to have the Yoshi edited over all of their little tongue flicks. It was very cute, and that's what I'm thinking of now. Although a little less cute. Chocolate cheesecake, delicious. Oh, hey, bro. How are you? O genki desu ka? Bro, we gotta go to Japan. Take me with you. I will use my middling language skills to navigate, and you can help by being tall, so we don't get separated. Thank you. Ah. Man, I bet the food is really good. One of the reasons I wish I could easily travel more is I want to be able to try food from all over the world, you know? I want to experience different flavors, different ingredients, things that I don't get to try here. And even if stuff winds up not being for me, I want to at least try, you know? I'm sure there's a lot of food in the world that's like too spicy for me, for instance. Or I'm not good with a lot of seafood either. But I still want to try. The chef in me must experience all sorts of flavors. So many bullets in those pill bugs. I'll just use another medicine 3. There we go. I like some spice, but it kind of depends. For instance, I like the spiciness of Indian food, but I don't enjoy, say, the spiciness of sriracha. I find sriracha's a little too vinegary for me. Kind of depends where that heat is coming from. I like some heat, but for me, I don't like it if the heat just sort of supplants everything else, and then at that point all I taste is burning. Would it be the gourmet in me instead of chef? No, I feel like it's more of a chef because I cook a lot. And when I try different foods and different flavors, I think of it as expanding my palate as a chef and learning how to improve my own dishes by looking at, like, oh, I really like this food that I'm eating. What makes it so good? How can I study it and use it to improve my own cooking? Does that make sense? You had the atomic wings and nearly gave up. What made them atomic? Like, where was the heat coming from? What kind of pepper? Oh, posture check and hydrate. I will do that. Thank you. I will drink some water. I will drink some medicine. You'd like to pretend you'd be adventurous, but you know there's no way you'd be eating those fried scorpions or whatever. I'd try it. I've had crickets before, which I actually thought were pretty good. They tasted like roasted chickpeas. I think what would put me off something is not what it is, but if it has a texture that I just can't deal with. It's textures that really put me off, especially if stuff is like gelatinous or chewy. I can't do chewy. Like, this is always, people are aghast when I mention it, but like baked pasta with like baked mozzarella on top, I can't do it. It makes me gag. It's because I hate how chewy it is. Let's see. Where's the alarm? I feel like we wouldn't have been wandering around nearly as much if maybe we'd just gotten a map from the guest desk at the rotunda. I like how she's not even looking at the phone. Too cool to look at the phone. Now, would you eat it if you couldn't see what you were eating? Like if it was in a, I don't know, like a burger patty or something. Hey, wait a minute. Eve! Oh, she's like gestating. Where is she? That room. Where is that? I mean, she's in the gestation room, I guess. She's on the floor. So we gotta open the door, get on the floor, and then, of course, with Eve, in the New York Museum of Natural History, walk the dinosaur. Here it is, and it's been activated. Why is there even a forget it option? What am I stuck on? Am I behind something? Oh, there's an elevator here? Okay. Sure. Just forget about it. You know, I've never been to the New York Museum of Natural History, but I do feel like they probably store their exhibits better than this. Also, here it is. The shotted gun. What is this effect it has? Not you, grenade launcher. I must see. Also, it has a lot of slots, it looks like. I'm sure there's some horrible drawback, like it's very slow to use or something, but let's see. Spray multiple targets. Ooh. Could I excise this from a shotgun and put it on my handgun? I mean, I would need to use a permit to put another slot on the handgun, but I need to see what this is like. Things video games made you think would be more common in your life. Random battles. Lava. Getting stuck on geometry. What, haven't you ever, like, say, bonked into a door frame or something when you're moving too quickly, or just hit the counter? Bonked into a trash bin, something like that? No, it's just me. I hit the geometry not infrequently at work, is what I'm trying to say. Always in a rush. My inventory's full. Great. Okay, what can I use? If only I could easily use a permit, or rather if I had a permit to get another slot on my gun, but I don't. Well, let's just see what's in here. I'll just trade with the medicine. Oh, it's a jacket, strong against status attacks. Okay, let's see. So this has 38, 35, 30. Oh no, my item numbers exceeded the limit. Oh, heck. Okay, hang on. Ugh. Just dump this on the ground. Just pour it out. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? Putting on so 38, 35, 30. And then this one, okay, yeah, it's better. So I guess I could take the stats then from the, yeah. I'll use another tool. I'll take this. I mean, I could take the extra pocket, but it's one extra pocket. It's kind of nothing. Yeah, okay, there we go. If it was like a half dozen extra pockets, now we'd be in business, but eh. It's like just a really big pocket protector. It's not even cool. Okay, I think that's all the inventory shuffling I need to do. There we go. I guess I'll take that back. Hello, the Mystic Sword. Welcome. It is going okay, I think, except for inventory management problems. And also, the New York Museum of Natural History has seen better days. I weep for the loss of culture. Except for whatever strange culture is growing in the room Eve is gestating in. It won't open. Where the heck? Okay. And I knew I had to be back behind there, but I don't know why there's that secret elevator. Not really that secret. So I guess I started on the second floor. What? Oh my gosh. Where do I stand to use the save point? Oh, there's a box here, but my inventory's full. Oh, a machine gun. Is that another random rate of fire? Man, I have so many guns. And I still feel like I don't have a clear grasp of precisely what their parameters do. And I'm a little scared to shuffle things around with the tool, because if I do, then the other gun is lost. And if I regret what I've done, then I have to live with it. You especially love the quirk of games where something is secret entirely because the camera doesn't show it, but it would be super obvious to the characters. Oh. You smell trouble. I smell pudding. I like that you can hear it chittering. They're singing us their song. Musculature? Tendons? Don't need them. Lungs? A larynx? Tongue? Nah. I can't believe it. So that's how she controls inanimate objects. And of all things, she's crazy. You're just deciding this now? I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. Is that the goop hexadecimal uses in Reboot? Absolutely. I bet she like, I was gonna say goes golfing with Eve, but no, I don't think Eve golfs. What would they do? What do maniacal villainesses do on their days off? Like, you know, like a fun bonding moment. Mitochondrosaurus rex. Okay, hang on a second. So, let me go to the first floor. Because I assumed the elevator... So the fourth floor was the storage room. The third floor is inaccessible. I had assumed this is the first floor. But when I picked the second floor, we wound up here. So the first floor must be something different. What is that? It is, I think, the former Central Park audience. Oh, okay, never mind. Going back here was a waste of time. Cool. Good elevator. Good secret elevator. Now, I don't know if this is strictly the Central Park crowd, because she does seem to be getting a lot of mileage out of it. And I don't know how much biomass is present. But it does feel like she's stretching it very far. Nickelodeon Gak. I remember seeing commercials on TV for like a slime-esque products, or like that what, dry sand or whatever it is. I always wanted to just mess around with it. I never wanted to buy it, but just I just want to see what it felt like, you know. I deactivated the alarm, but it's not opening. I'll need a key for this one. Will she go in this hallway now? The forbidden hallway? She will. Why now, of all times? Alright, shotgun. Okay, it does fire very slowly, but the AoE is pretty cool. I wonder if there's a way I could, before engaging that T-Rex. There's a way I could go back to the precinct and slap this cone of effect on my handgun. Because that's how it works, right? So the downside is that the shotgun only has 2 rounds at a time and is slower to fire than my handgun, so it does leave me vulnerable for longer. But I do really like that cone of effect. Nickelodeon almost took out Katy Perry with Gak. What, like they nearly drowned her in a waterfall of goop? Is this what occurred? Is this what the celebrity hot gossel the kids are talking about these days? I did this one already, yeah? Yeah, we did this one already. We don't get infinite medicine from it, though. The museum would go bankrupt, having to give out Tylenol to everybody. So is there a way I can get to that T-Rex at the moment, I wonder? She opened a box and got blasted with Gak. Isn't that a thing that they usually dump on top of people? As opposed to going like full, I'm just imagining like full sandblaster. Can I actually go back to the police station? That would be really great if I could. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna leave. I'm not that far off, goodness gracious. Wait, this feels like a hazard in the wintertime. Also, hello Kapotoko, how's your back doing? I hope you've been getting lots of rest and you have some decent painkillers to work with. I know when my back is really, really hacked up, I've got a tiny supply of Tylenol 3. Although in retrospect, I feel like my doctor's intent was for me to use them more consistently when I'd really hecked up my back, to give it more time to heal. But it's like, well, I need to go to work, so I'll just have one at night, and then just, you know, my regular strength painkillers during the workday, because I can't be out of my gourd during a shift. Back's better than this morning, but your upper legs are actually more sore. Ugh. Remember the first stream, how you said you were going to make a joke about something dumb, but didn't because you realized it might actually happen? I do, and I remember when you said that, I thought to myself, I hope he is thinking about animate dinosaurs. I really hope so. What am I doing? Rare trading card collection. Oh, right, no, I need tune up. Right, I thought he could pull it from storage, but I guess not. Okay, hang on. I gotta do some shuffling. That's right. They won't let me get rid of the naughty ta. I'll just, yeah, medicine. Trading card. I thought I had a super tool. Maybe I don't. Unless it would be an equipment. No, I guess not. Okay, I'm gonna move this rocket crate because as cool as it is, I don't have a rocket launcher and... Oh, I can't... No? I hope this is just a freebie inventory slot then, otherwise I'm gonna be very disappointed. Okay, I'm gonna move this machine gun. Yeah, sure, I'll just... It's 25 bullets. What if I run out of bullets? Move this in here. I'm gonna move the grenade launcher in here. Okay. But if I don't have a super tool, I thought I had a super tool. Well, I'm still going to tune up. Okay, handgun. Oh, sorry, trading card? Is that... Okay, here we go. I have to pick the trading card, then the handgun, and then I give it a slot. Okay. Here you go. You were indeed thinking about mitochondria somehow making a dinosaur skeleton move. Outstanding. Here you go. Nothing to it. You seem to have bounced back pretty quickly, Wayne, after the whole thing with Torres. I guess everybody grieves differently. Griefs differently. Okay. Let's take handgun. And then shotgun. And then I'm going to take the burst. Okay. I hope this works out. I hope this is cool. I hope it's effective. If not, I'm going to be very disappointed in myself. I've got to make sure I equip my gun. I do not want to be going at enemies with the club. Okay, is my inventory acceptable? Oh, I have it. Oh, I took out the mod permit and the trading card. Oops, I didn't need both. I guess I could mod my handgun again. Why not? Will I regret this at some point? I might. But whatever. Live and learn. Okay, there we go. Slot. While I'm doing inventory management, the Mito animated T-Rex skeleton reads a magazine. What do you think it reads? National Geographic might be too obvious. Maybe like Forbes or Time or something. Maybe the T-Rex is checking the stock market. Maybe it's reading a fashion magazine, like Elle or Vogue. What is Bones? Which, boy, that's gonna sound goofy out of context. Bullets, the universal ammo from muskets to sniper rifles, except for rocket launchers. They will work in everything except for rocket launchers. Otherwise, completely incompatible. Boy, I've been playing through Resident Evil 5, and I wish bullets were universally compatible with everything. I've been finding myself wondering how much goes into the drop rate in that game, because it always feels like every time we finish a combat heavy section that we're like just barely scraping by in terms of ammunition. And I'm a pretty good shot. Looking at my rankings at the end, I usually have an S rank in accuracy. What is Bones? Valid question if you're a VTuber. Yeah, if you're 3D modeling. My, it looks extremely goopy in here. But I can't imagine this smells good. Well, I've never smelled mitochondria ooze. Maybe it has a refreshing citrus aroma. Yeah, that's why I'm wondering how the drop rate is weighted in that game, because it does feel like they give you just enough to get through an encounter, which to me feels like a deliberate design choice, because it's a lot, it feels a lot more tense if you feel like you're always on the cusp of running out of bullets and having to desperately knife your way out of a situation. If you were awash in bullets, it would be too easy. I gotta make you sweat it out somehow. So I feel like whatever RNG is affecting the drop rate of bullets is weighted based on whatever's in your inventory, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on under the hood. Oh, you end up desperately knifing anyway? I find whenever I try and do the knife, I just wind up injuring myself, so not worth it. And by the way, if you've seen my Resident Evil 4 streams at all, and you're wondering, yes, I am continuing to upgrade the basic handgun and the basic shotgun. Look, upgrading things is expensive, and buying new weapons would also be very expensive. I've already funneled money into them. You know, it's sunken cost fallacy. I thought... Oh... I know she got that text before, but I thought it was for a different door. Where do I get the key? I assume perhaps the T-Rex has it, but how do I get to the T-Rex? Yeah, that's right. My basic handgun, basic shotgun, neither have steered me wrong yet. And you know, it took me a big chunk of Resident Evil 4 to appreciate the rifle. But I wound up making use of it sooner in 5, and I realized, okay, the rifle's pretty good. I like the rifle. I think I'm a decent shot with it. And it is very fun making fellows' heads explode. It's very satisfying. I'll need to find the T-Rex. That was good. That was good. Oh, wait. Oh, I was wondering, what is this flashing thing? Oh, it's just the elevator buttons. There was a lot of comedy from my constant refusal to use the rifle before, though. Look, I can reach well enough with the handgun. It's fine. And unlike the rifle, the handgun is an automatic weapon, or semi-auto, I should say. So it's a much smoother aiming experience. There's someone in there. Professor Klump, don't move. Put your hands in the air where I can see him. Maida? I mean, from the player's perspective, okay. But from Aya's perspective, she's staring at Maeda and giving this whole speech while pointing a gun, and only now does she realize, oh, oops. Hi, Aya. Yes, there was something I really needed to test. May I put my arms down now? Wait, people in this police force are god-awful with gun safety. Did you come back here alone? No. Daniel came with me part of the way. Well, where is he? Yes, he went to look for something at the hospital. He should be on his way here. Oh. There haven't been any combustions recently, so Anyway, I asked Wayne to make this back at the station. Please use it. What is it? Yes, I'll have to explain later. But I believe this will have some effect against Eve and the creatures she controls. Thank you. I guess I'll have to wait and see what it does. Oh, thank you. An attack of 1, thank you, Maeda. It's like a Nerf gun. Good range, though, I think. I came across some findings. Yes. First of all, there was blood serum with Maya's name labeled on it in the freezer. My sister's name. And, well, the research code for it was called Eve. Eve? Then Eve really is. It appears to have been made up of liver cells. He was culturing them in the past. What do you mean? What for? I don't know. There isn't any data left. But it seems Dr. Klomp has been culturing them for years. Recently, it appears he was conducting research on artificial sperm. For Eve, of course. For Eve? Yes. He wanted to exclude the mitochondria from the sperm and create new sperm. A sperm with no parasites. Sperm with only the nucleus. Sperm without the mitochondria? Yes. He took the sperm that he created here and moved it to the hospital. There, he would artificially inseminate those who would volunteer for the experiment. Then, what was that HLA list for? Professor Klomp? You ordinary beings will never comprehend my level of research. Professor, I'm placing you under arrest as the ringleader of this operation. What you did, this isn't something you can get away with. Do you understand? You are pathetic, Brea. Why put yourself in the human domain by reciting meaningless laws? They're meaningless. Do you understand? I guess you haven't told your little friends yet. Your mitochondria has special powers, doesn't it, Aya? But sadly, you still have the form of a human being, don't you? You can say all you want, but I'm just here to arrest you, Professor Klomp. I'm not letting you interfere with Eve. You hear? Do you understand? Aya, look out! Hell yeah. Daniel, thanks. I didn't see the scalpel. Just in time. Why didn't you shoot? You could have been killed. I know. It just didn't seem real. It felt more like... Ugh. He's conscious again. Dawlis to the rescue. Hey, Officer Dawlis, why didn't you shoot me? What? I know you hate me. What do you want to say, huh? Of course I hate you! Because of you, Lorraine's. Lorraine? So I see that your boy managed to escape. You. I should have killed you way back. Someday you're gonna pay for this. We'll see. We'll see. What are you planning to do, Professor? You'll love this. I'm waiting for the birth of the ultimate being. The mitochondria is passed on from the mother, but you see, traces from the father can also be found in minute quantities. According to Eve, her sister in Japan was unable to attain her ultimate goal because the father's side of the mitochondria caused a rebellion. For Eve to succeed this time, I created sperm without the male mitochondria DNA. The creation was a success. Eve is now pregnant with Melissa's body. Pregnant? How can that be possible? Damn! Aya, we gotta kill Eve. Let's go! You humans are so weak. So stupid. You may have been able to barge in here and do things your way until now. But things are going to change. I won't let you interfere with Eve anymore. Eve, can you hear me? You don't have to wait anymore. I'm ready. What? What the hell are you talking about? Daniel, Maya, run! She's gonna blow the whole place up! So I see. Your mitochondria power doesn't allow you to burn. Why? Why stay here and try to save me? First of all, I'm a cop and it's my job. And after all, I am human. Like I said, humans are pathetic. Barbecue. I guess we'll just let him smolder in the office. And maybe get a fire extinguisher. There's probably a lot of extremely flammable objects in this museum. Is there anything I want on the upper floors? I don't think I've explored up here. Daniel is great. I love that this is the second time he has hopped in to punch someone with extreme prejudice. Bless. Oh, bless this too. This AoE, finally. Ow. Am I fighting a little sloppy? Maybe. But do I essentially have a tiny little shotted handgun? I do. And it's pretty good. I haven't encountered this random encounter yet. Yeah, I didn't think so. This room does not look familiar. Are there any boxes hidden in a corner somewhere? You know, that would be extremely obvious to Aya. But not to me. One day you want a game with this sort of nonsense biology to have it turn out the mad scientist actually tapped into actual magic instead of fake science. That would be genuinely cool. I would happily consume whatever media that story is in, preferably like a book or a video game though. As we all know, I am not a movie person. If I could have a book of something, that would be great. Yeah, I'm curious, are there any books that folks in chat really enjoy that you would think would make a fun video game? You know, it doesn't have to be a book, it can be a movie, whatever. That you think would make for a fun video game. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to follow the plot of the book or the movie, but just maybe you want to play around in that universe or something. Also, I've been in this room. I do remember this room because that picture on the wall made me think of the Gorillaz album cover, Demon Days. Oh yeah, that's so satisfying. The triple Yoshi kill. Oh, ouch. Almost. That was a regional variant of Skarmory, poison flying a New York City regional variant. I mean, maybe someday we'll revisit Unova, because I believe Unova was based on New York specifically. So perhaps if we ever do, like it maybe in another Legends game, we'll get a regional form of Skarmory. You know what I want to see is a region based on Australia would be cool, not only for the amount of diversity that we would experience in Australia. But also, I want to see a Pokemon based around the ibises that live in Australia, because like I've seen ibises in zoos before, and I remember initially learning about them with regards to ancient Egyptian mythology and how like the ibis was a sacred creature. And then you look at the ibis in Australia and people call it colloquially bin chicken because it likes to dig through the trash. And I love that. I want a Pokemon based on that. Not like the fancy sacred ibis, but the one that digs through trash, the bin chicken. Oh, a full recover. That's pretty good. Okay, I guess that's it. Nothing else here for me. Right? That would explain Trubbish and Garbodor. It was... Pidove... Was Pidove Gen 5? I can't remember if Pidove was Gen 5, because I'm thinking about Pigeon. Oh yeah, that's true. Coffegregious was Gen 5 as well. I had one on my team, in fact. Good Pokemon. Ohayo gozaimasu, beru. Pidove is really cute. Very cute Pokemon. I've not used one on my team. I think I've only used the basic bird Pokemon on my team a couple times. I remember using a Pidgeot a million years ago in blue. And I guess if you want to count Talonflame, like Fletchling, Talonflame, they do feel a little more exciting than your basic bird Pokemon though, since they are part fire. But I had Talonflame on my team in Pokemon X. You know, while I'm talking about Pokemon, I'm curious. I am gonna play Legends ZA when it comes out, or at least at some point, because I did like Arceus. But I'm curious how I'm gonna feel about it, because I didn't really like Gen 5, sorry, not Gen 5, Gen 6 all that much. Thinking about it. Like there were definitely good bits in it, but like I found the rival characters particularly forgettable, and like there were some interesting story bits, but just the whole like Team Flare felt very forgettable to me. And this is only my personal experience, but I wonder if the new Legends game will get me interested in Kalos. At the very least, the fashions have to be good. The one thing I did really like about Gen 5, sorry, I said it again, sorry, Gen 6, X and Y, were the fits, the fact that I could not only dress myself up, but I could look dapper. I love that I could look dapper. I had like a cute tie, like a waistcoat tie kind of outfit. And none of the fits in Pokemon games since have delighted me to that end. None of them have really felt like me, so I'm hoping revisiting Kalos again, I will finally get to wear some fashions that feel more Mori. Now I'm missing all of this Pokemon talk in chat because I was soliloquizing. 1 second. I'm also going to hydrate, but I also want to read people's Pokemon opinions. Was Talonflame in Pokemon Unite? Because I've never played Unite. I don't mess with MOBAs. I hope you can put Talonflame in a silly hat. Gregor the Overlander game. A giant underground chasm underneath New York. Conveniently enough, full of giant mice, cockroaches, scorpions, bats, and more. Interesting. That does sound like it would make a cool game. Oh, Pidove? What? Rice Pidove had bad move pool in Gen 5. Oh, that's disappointing. I'm thinking about in Was it Gen 5? No, it was Gen 4. I had a Magnezone. But their move pool was god-awful. And I couldn't make good use of it. I wanted to make good use of the cool UFO. But I think it only, in that game, it only had access to electric and steel type moves, and only just a couple. Unless you wanted to use, like, hidden power, but that's way too much rigmarole. Yeah, the human characters were particularly unimpressive in a series full of mediocre human characters. The rivals in X and Y felt so forgettable to me, and I do apologize if one is like a diehard. Oh, what was her name? Shauna? Also, this isn't the right way. Heck, where's the clomp door? I thought it was this way, and it's not. Botheration. Was it upstairs? Anyway, I do apologize if you're like a diehard Shauna fan. Because it means that evidently you see something there. Something that sparks joy in your heart that I don't, that I'm missing on. I don't feel like this is the correct way to go either. Aya, thank you. That's the thing, they all felt so inconsequential. Also, yeah, this is not where I need to go. Oh, why can't I remember where the door is? I just want to fight this dinosaur. I need to open the door, get on the floor, so everyone can fight the dinosaur. Like, I'm trying to remember the other rival characters aside from Shauna. There was... started with like a T? There was the one that was all about dancing. That was his thing, his character trait, is he loved dancing. There was like the little nerdy kid. And then there was the character that you didn't pick, I think. The trainer you didn't pick. Aren't they from... was it Coliseum or XD? I mean, either way, I do have to play. I've never played either of those, and I need to. Oh, both, actually. Yeah, I would argue that Shauna was the best one of them, just because she had the closest thing to a personality. And I think she does have, like, a couple character scenes. I'm saying that very loosely, and I do apologize. I sound like I'm being very mean to her. I don't have anything against Shauna or any of the other human characters in X and Y. They were just kind of nah, you know what I mean? Tierno? Was that his name? Tierno? I feel like I'm not quite saying it correctly. Okay, what are some of the more interesting human characters in the Pokemon series? I know Pokemon is not a series you go to when you want some real meaty character development or character interactions, but there are definitely some that are more fun than others. I feel like Sun and Moon probably had the strongest characters. And I think those are probably the closest ones one could say I express interest in. What did I get? Full recover. All right. That's pretty good. Probably takes all of my Parasite energy, though. There's Scarlet and Violet as well. Like, Scarlet and Violet... What? Violet definitely felt like a step in the right direction. Like, I was genuinely impressed with some of the character moments in that game, just because I was so... Again, like, Sun and Moon, I thought, from my perspective, were pretty good for Pokemon. And then Sword and Shield felt like a step back. And then Scarlet and Violet stepped forward again. There were some good designs in there. There were some, you know, good little moments. I feel like maybe Pokemon as a franchise will just never really have the sort of character depth that I really want. Whoa, whoa. Did you see that artifacting? Oh, it shot some textures at me. That was really good. Yeah, like the environmental, some of the environments in Sword and Shields were cute. I would say out of all like the default trainer designs, Sword and Shield my favorite, definitely. I love the like the default girl trainer's design, and that one with the Tam O'Shanter. It's so cute. Ow. Why do I take contact damage from these Yoshis? Maybe she doesn't like reptiles. Ow. Not her fault the writers stretched one rival's worth of characterization across 4 characters. Poor Shauna. Maybe if she had a chance to stand on her own. Sun and Moon and Scarlet Violet are the series' highest highs for human characters. I agree. It's nice that they're kind of making an effort, sort of. But again, I feel like Pokemon probably is never really going to have this sort of narrative depth that I really crave, and that's okay. It doesn't need it. But I did wish like there was an option for maybe a more sophisticated Pokemon story, but I fear saying that people will interpret as, oh, so you want a grim dark story. No, I don't want a grim dark story. I just want one with more depth, more emotional resonance. Okay, where the heck is this door? The clump door. I haven't been over this way. Oh, I can't go over this way. Okay, well, never mind. Like, I could have sworn it was to the left. And maybe I just didn't go in the correct leftmost door? No, I've been in here. Am I just losing my mind? Maybe I need to go up these stairs? If this game had a map, that would be great. Something about the fixed camera. Okay, now I've been up here. The fixed camera just hacks with me. I just need to go to the central area. I need to fight a dinosaur. I've been here. I've been here. Okay, no, I need to make absolutely sure that the door isn't this way. Yeah, that's the thing with Pokemon suffering because the main character is the player and not much of an actual character. I felt like when I played Black and White, I felt kind of frustrated by the story at that point because it felt like previous games, and I haven't played Black and White since around when they came out. Perhaps my interpretation now might be more thoughtful and more sophisticated. But I recall feeling frustrated because compared to previous games where it felt like this is about my Pokemon journey, it felt like rather than being about my Pokemon journey, I'm just kind of being dragged along for the ride as a series of events happens around me. And again, sort of like me apologizing to all the Shauna fans out there. Because you know what? I know there are people out there who do enjoy Shauna that probably see something that I don't. And maybe she gets more characterization in some supplementary materials. I don't know. But I know a lot of people really liked N in Black and White. But N was just to me. Again, nothing against N, but maybe because Pokemon doesn't have that sort of depth that I want from a narrative. I'm just being too picky. I don't know. Or maybe it's like I see what they're going for, but just the actual storytelling chops aren't there. I'm thinking about, this is the security room, isn't it? I'm thinking about how it's possible yet to tell an interesting and moving story despite or even in tandem with technological limitations. And I'm thinking about the storytelling in, say, Mother 3, for instance. Mother 3, I think, did sprite work really well. And even though it's in that sort of minimal pixel art style, because its animations are so lovingly crafted, it conveys a lot of emotion in a relatively simple way, if that makes sense. So I feel like Pokemon, heck, I'm in the rock room. Why? I can't find where I'm going now. I'm losing my mind. Anyway, Pokemon could reach that kind of emotional depth without needing fancy technology. It just doesn't. Hello, Boogie. Yeah, this is the rock room. I feel like it's because of the fixed camera angle that my internal map of a place gets totally hecked up. I was thinking about this earlier. I almost posted about it on Blue Sky, but I couldn't quite get my thoughts to coalesce in a way that made sense. Maybe just because it's been too darn hot and I can't think clearly. But about how when I navigate in games, things like fixed camera angles or having like just my mental image of a place not always be at a consistent orientation, if that makes sense, really messes with my mental map. Whereas I think about one of the games in UFO 50, it's not the Onion game. One of the games in UFO 50, Divers, if anyone else is familiar with it, involves a lot of navigation in a lot of darkness with very few details to help guide you. And there's no map. But I found I had zero problems navigating that game. Even though there's no map and there's very few landmarks to work with, there's enough that I didn't have a problem finding my way around in the dark. And I wonder if part of it versus something like this game, which has a much brighter brighter environment design with a lot more landmarks, like say this big canoe in the middle of the room, is harder for me to navigate because of these fixed camera angles. And in my mind's eye, I can't get a clear feel for what the layout of the place is. Because like Divers, it's a flat two-dimensional plane, but this is three-dimensional, and things don't clearly join, like the edges of the rooms don't join consistently based on the camera angle. Am I making sense? I don't know. I hope I am. Also, I need to read this in chat. You think N, like with Gen 5's writing in itself, provides the idea of what it wants to say, which players hold on to and supplant their own interpretation of the character/story in place of what the game actually supplies in terms of depth. I swear this was the door that, whatever, to use my term, and ends up almost romanticizing it. I think you might be onto something, and I do think that there's value in looking at the writing in a game, and especially like older games or older RPGs that have limited character space to convey, things like party banter, that you have to extrapolate based on what small moments of characterization you do get. So I think extrapolating from like what you get of N, to get a better view of the individual behind it is totally valid. And it's been a long time since I played Black and White. Maybe if I played it again, I would find it more enrapturing. But I guess it's just maybe his character itself just didn't spark my interest. Black and White felt the most on rails in general, aside from probably Sword and Shield, although you haven't played that one. I'm trying to think, with Sword and Shield, did it feel kind of on rails? It's been, like, you know, I played through it, but I try and think of it, and yeah, I don't really remember a lot. Even, what was Team Yell? What a ding-dang nothing burger they were. I mean, I know it's hard to top Team Skull. Like, Team Skull was genuinely really entertaining and had some great moments. With Team Yell is just nothing. Too much dialogue, yeah, and I feel that that's a thing with a lot of games. Like, just, I hate to say the word mainstream games, but maybe something designed with more mass appeal, or designed to be, okay, maybe designed to be accessible to a broader audience, like Pokemon, falls into the trap of over-tutorializing. God, I'm wandering in circles. Does anybody have a map of the friggin' museum? Please. I need to find where Eve is. Because I have the key from Clomp, but I can't find where the door is. I thought it was over here, but it's not. Yeah, I know. There's 49 non-Onion games. Can you believe it? Well, 48 and a half. Because Woogie is in Quibble Race. Not delivering onions, but he's there. You know, all of the money he made delivering onions, he loses it on the betting track. Betting on Gunther. Statistically the worst Quibble. But that's okay, because Gunther's my boy. God, where... Like, I could have sworn it was this way. I could have sworn it was this way. Yeah, your write-up reminded me. I liked Sun and Moon a lot overall, and again, I think they had maybe the strongest storytelling chops. Wait, oh, the door here. There's a door here and it was locked. Oh, thank God, I forgot the door was here because you can't see the door. Oh, and I definitely walked through this room more than once. Rip. Heg. But, yeah, I remember, like, I liked... I had Moon. I always have the cool colored games, and I had Moon. I liked it. I liked Lily a lot. I liked How. I thought Team Skull was entertaining. Guzma was a fun antagonist. Honestly, the biggest foible narratively, the biggest flaw that they had was, I'm going to spoil something at the end, near the end of Sun and Moon. Don't listen for the next 10 seconds. The fact that you don't fight Lusamine directly, you fight her team and not mutated Lusamine herself, absolutely wasted potential. Pulled punches. Okay. Done spoiling now. I mean, your mileage may vary on Lily. And it's been a while, but I remember liking Lily. Like, it was nice to have a rival character, if you want to call her that I just genuinely liked. Like, her and How, I remember thinking, like, yeah, if my character was on a Pokemon journey, I'd want to be friends with these two. They seem like they're cool to pal around with. The biggest problem with Sumo's story is the player character's constant smiley face during disaster. That cracked me up every single time. I don't know if that's a problem. I think it's a feature. Whoa, look, the textures got wacky again. God, how long have I been in this godforsaken museum? I still really want to go to this museum, but it's a lot, you know, it's a lot worse when it's full of random encounters. I guess if it's full of tourists, that's like random encounters. Hooray. trivia. Ease the pain with trivia. 25 million years ago, oxygen increased in the air. Why? 1. Photosynthesis by bacteria. 2. Halley's Comet dropped a meteor. 3. Reaction between gas and H2O. Hang on, I need a sip of water. Okay. God, how long have I been in this godforsaken museum? Maury or Ben Stiller? Photosynthesis by bacteria? Nice. Cool. What if this thing beeped and said your inventory's full? Oh, don't worry about the science, Boogie. This looks like a dead penguin. Does anybody else see it? Or like a man on his stomach wearing like beach shorts, passed out. Anyway, don't worry about the science, Boogie. It's a lot worse. It's gotten a lot worse. That is sad feet. You see it good. The charm of these low poly games with low resolution textures, it's like cloud watching. I'm here again. Okay, no, that's fine. This is where I need to be. I think. Just unlocking a series of doors. A T-Rex is so patient. Oh, he's burnt up now. Oh, just went in a big circle with this key. I guess because I went the wrong way. I guess I was supposed to go a different direction, and I didn't. Man, is crispy. Oh, I just went in a big circle. Is this not where I'm going? Okay, no, because I've been this way. So maybe I do need to go left, because the locked doors were leading me left. I guess I just wasn't supposed to go whatever way I initially went after Clomp burned up. I was supposed to take the key and go this way. You do not miss this era of map design, let you tell me. Oh, I guess I just needed to go through the window. Sure. It's no longer biting at me. You gonna hop down, Aya? Does she not want to hop down anymore? I genuinely don't know if I can hop down and I'm just not in the right spot, or I can't hop down anymore because for some arbitrary reason she won't. Hello, Amethyst. She didn't have to pay to get in, but I think the New York Museum of Natural History is free. Like, there might be like a suggested admission, but I think it is supposed to be free. Like the Smithsonian's free. You know, and important, this information should be free and accessible to all members of the public. It's important to learn, like, about your mitochondria. Oh man. I wonder if there's like a map of this museum somewhere. Maybe somebody on GameFAQs like has an ASCII map of it somewhere. Oh, Sparrow, hello to you too. To everyone who may be working, I am waving at you enthusiastically. Hello. I feel marginally more well spoken now that it is cooled off in this room and I am no longer drenched in sweat. However, I am so sorry that you've had to witness me wandering in circles around this godforsaken museum forever. Because the way rooms connect to one another just doesn't make sense in my brain. Hello, Harry. I'm so happy when people lurk, genuinely. Like, just knowing people are happy to listen and chill. I love that. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Oh, this is a new room, I think. Rescuing cartoon axolotls. Tell me more. You're not Mudkip. With all this wandering, it's like you never stopped playing La Mulana. It had the Olmec heads and everything. Okay, haste. Wish I could cast haste in real life. Oh my. I've only ever seen the first Jurassic Park, but clearly I've missed out. Please don't do that. And my haste is worn off. That's disappointing. Ow. What am I doing? I have so much medicine in my pocket. Also, boy, look at the jump from medicine 3 to medicine 4, over double. New indie game, Lottleknots? Is that how you say it? Which reminds me, boy, Steam Next Fest is going on. I haven't played any demos yet because A, I've been either tired or trying to work on our artwork, or my free gaming time is Deltarune. I've actually been thinking, because I've mentioned I do want to stream chapters 3 and 4 of Deltarune, but it's been a long time since I've well, even just played 1 and 2, and I feel like I think I played like even chapter 2 like 3 years ago on stream, so I have different people in my audience now, and I feel like maybe I should revisit those on stream before doing chapters 3 and 4 on stream. Maybe like just a casual, you know, I'm not gonna try and do everything perfect playthrough. I'll fight all the bonus bosses, of course. It's very cute and cozy. I assume you mean Lottleknots and not the later Jurassic Park movies. Oh. Oh, I broke it. Oh, excellent. I totally forgot I sent that to you. Ow. My brain has just been elsewhere. Man, this accursed arcing electricity. But anyway, it's been a while, and playing through chapters 3 and just barely starting on 4 has reminded me of how much I really enjoyed the first 2 chapters and the characters, and I really like sharing the games and stories and characters I love with friends and people on stream, so that's why I'm thinking about revisiting it. With something extra, Belle knows, because I mentioned it to Belle. But I don't know the timeline of when it would be feasible. How many hit points does this thing have? If this was another game, I'd be thinking I evidently need to do something else to damage it, but no. It's just a very, very sturdy Triceratops. Liberate. Liberates mitochondrial control. Evis, take the wheel. Oh, I've even like looked at Tumblr. Like, nope, not taking any chances. Nothing. Oh. Wait. I blew you up. You faded away. Ugh. . It has a lot of story, so don't look it up. My body feels like it's going to burn up. You good? Nope. Oh, there you are. Boy, that's one way to define Parasite Eve. I want to know what that liberate move does, but it's probably going to eat all of my parasite energy, and I don't want to lose all my parasite energy during a boss fight. The more you use it, the longer it takes to recover. Ow. Contact damage. My haste wore off already? Man. Parasite Eve, Deltarune, and Jurassic Park are all extremely similar things. Yeah, there's reptiles in all of them. Ow. Heck. It really hurts. T-Rex, please. It is playable on the Switch, yes, and I'm playing the Steam version, but it is on the Switch. I will not spoil anything. Ow, heck, this really hurts. Do I want to use haste? Let's use haste. But, Deltarune chapters, there's always, extra bosses you can fight that you don't have to. But, you know, if you like to injure yourself, and I haven't really done much in Chapter 4, but because I beat Chapter 3's Hell Boss. I'm very proud of myself. And I mean, I have to do it because I'm doing it on stream, obviously. I have to make sure I can. Yeah, indie games tend to be priced a lot lower than AAA stuff, even though games are expensive to make and people ought to be reimbursed, but indie games tend to be underpriced a lot, I think, because, I don't know, people probably have this notion in their mind of value, and like, oh, I don't want to pay, like, you know, $30 for a little indie game. Or, like, worse, if a game is relatively short, even if it's like really well designed. What is going on here? Whoa. People will be up in arms and demand refunds for it, which can really hurt indie developers. Which is frustrating because I think about there are games out there that are really well curated experiences. It's like a good story, they go on only as long as they need to. Like Portal, for instance. Portal's not a really long game, but it lasts as long as it needs to. Or Mouthwashing, if anyone's familiar with that one. That one's very cinematic in tone. Do you get a pass to make your first game $30 after the whole Nintendo $80 situation? Absolutely. I don't feel like that's a Nintendo problem. I feel like it's just the way things are, like the state of the industry problem. Like, no, I don't like that they cost that much money. But I guess what surprised me was people being, upset at Nintendo charging that much money when they're not the first ones to do it. Like, yeah, it sucks, but they're not the originals. Yeah, I wonder how much money Undertale made. Probably a lot. Must be wild to create something like that and it having such a humongous impact on the gaming sphere, you know? I'm not really doing a great job of dodging this Tyrannosaurus, but I'm clearing out my inventory, which is great. Yeah, I can't believe Toby Fox not only got to meet Sakurai, but play Smash with him and win, and Sakurai commentate how good he was. Like, dang. I think I would just psych myself out if I somehow, what am I doing, haste, if I ever got to play Smash with Sakurai. Yeah, I hate that Nintendo games never go on sale. That drives me crazy. Like, I don't necessarily understand the anger, hooray, directed specifically at Nintendo over the $80 games, in the sense that acting like they're the first to do it. They're not. But I do hate that their stuff never goes on sale. Like, thinking about how long like Breath of the Wild and Odyssey have been out. Like, come on. Remember when companies would do like greatest hits re-releases of stuff? All the best games were cheap. What gun did I get from a T-Rex? What is this? It used to be that around your birthday month, if you were a Club Nintendo member, you would get it was like a discount for like 20% off a game or something. It was pretty good. But they changed it, so it's like, oh, you can get a discount on the Nintendo merch store, and then I think they changed it further, so it's like, here's some fun printables you can use your platinum points for. Like, okay, these are for like 8-year-olds. Okay. Remember when Club Nintendo used to be worth something? God, is Odyssey that old? Oh. Oh. What? No. 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 And I don't like thinking about that too, the discontinuing physical games. I like having physical media. I like owning my games. And I like being able to lend them to people. And, you know, I like knowing that I own them. You know, I can't have them rescinded from me. What the heck did I get from this T-Rex here? It was another handgun. What is this? Enter 2 commands. Oh, interesting. Also, is there any reason to equip my Ada's gun? Okay, I'm in the range, but... Yeah, I like being able to taste my games. You understand. Show of hands, who has licked a Switch cartridge? That's a good thing you can't see my hands. Let's... Actually, wait. Look at these base stats. These are good base stats. Hang on. I mean, I need a super tool. Ugh. If I could just get a super tool, that would be great. Because those base stats are really good. And I like that enter 2 commands. Hang on, where... So I beat the T-Rex. What am I doing with myself now? I need to find Eve. So I was up on the upper floor, and then the Triceratops tackled me. Now I fell down, and the T-Rex engaged me, so maybe I need to go back up there. Kato's actually licked a Switch cartridge. That's really funny. What would inspire a cat to lick a Switch cartridge? Wait, no, this isn't the right way. This is not the right way. I don't think. Oh, I will fix my posture. Thank you. Oh, he'll try to nom anything you put in his face. It's dangerous. I'm lucky that Onyx won't, but he does like to stick his nose in things. Maybe he just communicates in an odd way. The other day, his water dish was empty, but I hadn't noticed. And I was at the computer trying to get some work done, and he was next to me pawing at like my water bottle. And he doesn't usually do that, but he was like pawing it like there's a little rubber ring around the neck that you can like clip to things. He was just kind of making a nuisance of himself, and I didn't know what he wanted. But then I realized later that, oh, your water dish is empty. Was he trying to tell me I want water? Because he was trying to lick my water bottle too, and he doesn't usually try and do that. But I don't know if he was actually trying to communicate that to me, or I was just reading too much into it. Because, I don't know, Onyx, if you wanted me to attend to it, you could... Like, we used to have a cat if his food bowl was empty. Or rather, if you could see the bottom of his food bowl. Meaning, he's basically already starving to death. He would meow at you and then lead you to his food bowl, so you saw it. Yeah, it's not an RPG without, like, arbitrary event flags and cutscene triggers, isn't it? Fox really living that orange cat who yell life. Oh, Goopy. Bro, I was trying to remember. Did he like being spun around on the hardwood? Like, I'm not misremembering, right? You would like spin him in little circles on the hardwood and he'd put up with it for some reason? Yeah, he did. Okay, I'm not crazy. Because I was thinking about that the other day. And going, you know, it's odd that he let my brother get away with that. Because our old orange cat Fox was kind of a diva in many ways. He also really didn't like his paws touched. He would act very offended. How dare you? Yeah, he liked breakdancing, correct. But no, my brother, if he was on the hardwood, so he was, I think part ragdoll, so he had long, very luxurious orange fur, orange and white fur, little white socks. And he could, or rather my brother would let him spin him on the floor, on the hardwood floor in like little circles. I guess he enjoyed it. Because if he did not like something, oh boy, he would let you know. So it was fun for him, I suppose. Boy, interesting texture here. We must be getting close to Eve's gestation chamber, or someone has just spilled a lot of paint. Nothing else in here? Eve's on the other side. Eve! At this point, I don't really know what your little gun's gonna do. Oh my god, Bloodborne. I was looking at this and going, Code Vein. No, no, no. Don't wake the baby. It's a wonder you've made it this far. So, are you going to congratulate me on this birth? What are you planning to do, Eve? Hmm. Perhaps you can help me answer that, Aya. Why do humans give birth? Hmm? Maya. What are you Ninja Turtles doing down there? Carry on. Average Friday night. I don't think I have enough bullets for that. It's chaos. Chaos is shiny coloration. The regional variant. It's the Unovan chaos. I need like a 1920s jazz arrangement of Live and Learn. Are you okay, Aya? Aya! Daniel, Maeda. You both made it out okay? Yeah, we barely made it though. Did you see that ugly mama? That was everyone from Central Park. What? And you're saying that Lorraine's a part of that thing too? I'm sorry, Daniel. Uh, yes, it has become apparent as to what medication Melissa had been taking. What was she on? She was being administered immunosuppressants. Immunosuppressants? For what? Why? Here's the story. Melissa had a transplant when she was a kid. Transplant? What kind of transplant? Yes, it seems that she got one of your sister's kidneys after Maya died in an accident. A kidney transplant? So Melissa got Maya's kidney? Your mother and your sister were donors. What? Really? I never knew that. Your mother's organs couldn't be transplanted after the accident, so Maya's kidney was transplanted into the young Eve. No, I'm sorry, the young Melissa. She had kidney failure. Then Eve's kidney is really Maya's kidney? The intern that was present at the operation was, you guessed it, Hans Klomp. Our main man, Klomp, wanted to become a doctor. The doctors that were present during the operation were all surprised, and they all screamed that the kidney was hot. That is one sexy kidney. Think about them being. Then Eve is... It's hard for me to say, but the original was present in Maya. Eve killed the host brain, cultured the kidney, and obtained her own physical body. Then that's what happened to Melissa. In her case, the immunosuppressant drug served to act as a catalyst. In Japan, Eve targeted a girl who had undergone a transplant. A kidney transplant, to be exact, and she was taking the same immunosuppressant drugs. This was all so that Eve would have a uterus to plant the fertilized egg. In order to transplant organs, It is necessary for the HLA type to match. It lives symbiotically with other cells, so it's necessary to take immunosuppressants to control the immunity and avoid rejection. While being controlled by Eve, Melissa felt her body change. But she finally got the lead part in the opera. If she had gone to a doctor, she would have been told to give up the part. So, in order to avoid rejection, she kept taking the drugs, and after taking so much, she was so weak that Eve was able to take over her physical body, and that's how she transformed into Mitochondria Eve. So then, Maya is the original Eve. In reality, it's Maya's mitochondria. Roger. Commencing operation, sir. Finally, the time has come to put our power to the test. Don't be impudent, Lynch. It shouldn't have come to this. Yes, sir. Forgive me, Admiral. Calling all fighter jets. We have just received permission to attack. Commence operation. Head for the Statue of Liberty. As planned, Helicopter Team 1 will prepare for Plan 2. Team 2 will search and the rest will do their best to impede further advancement. I better not have to fight a spider immediately after this. Never again. Oh, did you clip the kidney? Oh, no. Sometimes when I think I'm actually being funny, nobody clips that. But when I say the worst things imaginable, oh yes, ready on the clip button. What? Are you sure? The Navy's made their move. What? We can't allow this. We'll be repeating what happened yesterday with the jets. How come I have a belly button? Tell me. All I have is a belly button and one sexy kidney. No, if I buttered you up, those would be butter beans. No. Lorraine. Lorraine can't be a part of that thing! The huge creature. Or, no, those cells! That must be where Eve's giving birth. Where she's giving birth? Yes. The huge creature will act as a barrier to protect the ultimate being. I suppose the helicopter to Resident Evil is what the fighter jet is to Parasite Eve. Just kidding, it's both. That was a stock explosion sound effect. I'm so sorry, New York Mike. But I'm pretty sure that was a stock explosion sound effect. Lorraine! The helicopter's coming! Everyone duck! Cover your heads and... No, we just stand here and accept it, I guess. Maeda. Officer Brea of the NYPD, correct? Ma'am, it is my duty to accompany you to the aircraft carrier. Accompany her? To the what? Welcome aboard the Navy's pride and joy, the Nimitz. I'm Williams. I command this ship. Sorry to have you come on such short notice. Hey, you better not put Aya in danger here. You, who do you think you are talking to the Admiral that way? It's quite all right, Lynch. After all, he is right. What? What do you mean? You're the only one that can't be ignited by her. I'm asking you to get in our chopper and nuke the creature. Hold on! Aya can't fly a helicopter. Not to worry, the chopper's been set to auto. She won't have any problems. So she just needs to fire from a distance, or she can't be ignited? Unfortunately, the weapon needs to be fired at close range in order to work. And we cannot move in that way since we will be ignited. Well, I'll do it. Aya! No way! You're not going up there! Our fate lies in your hands, Aya. Okay, Daniel? That thing. It's not Lorraine. Do it for Lorraine too, Aya. Wait. Aya, please take this. Come off it, man. We don't have time for that right now. Yes, of course. Aya, please be careful up there, okay? Of course. I'll be fine. You know, she didn't see what happened to the other helicopters, obviously. You've been on that ship. Is it a real ship, not a name they simply made up? Honto desu ka? Maya. Oh no, is this like RE4? She's lost her cool jacket. A US aircraft carrier where I'll be. It's real. Why do I have a helicopter escort? I hope they're all on auto. This is some fast flying for helicopters. I feel like even military grade aren't this maneuverable. Except in the world of Parasite Eve, where mitochondria reigns supreme. Neum. Did you know the NY in Neum stands for New York? The creature's within view. Switch to formation 2. What? What's happening here? From the last battle, we were able to anticipate this attack. We're positioned this way for a reason. What do you mean? We will act as your shield so that you will live to attack the creature. What? No! I'm not doing this without your... We're entering firing range. Prepare to attack. All right. Please move away from me. Now! We cannot abandon our duty. Besides, we are already within range. This is insane! Since Christmas Eve, I've put a curse on my own body. Why me? Why is this happening to me? I don't understand. But I don't care anymore. 'Cause Eve, I'm the one that can destroy you, once and for all. Maya, I'll end this and let you rest peacefully. By the way, it stands for New York overrun with oozing mitochondria. Oh, she looks so sad. The French aren't gonna like that. Je suis désolé. Uh-oh. We did it! Well done! That was magnificent! Return to base, Aya. No, it's not over yet. Sorry, she's gone Final Fantasy Final Boss. Anybody got any materia? Aya, come back! Now! It is too dangerous to continue. Return to base at once. We will plan... But... I will save my progress. Am I sure? Yes? I'm a little antsy. I mean, we're only on day 5. There's 7 days, so, Yes, Aya, please, I need to give you... Forget it. She signed off already. Old Faithful. I know what you meant. I understood the spirit of Cripes. But I mean, Eve is also doing many crimes. Boy, it is, goopy here. Based on the footstep sound, it sounds like this ooze is all solidified. Hello. So it was you. Maya. That must be the name of my host. Let me guess. Your sister? You have the ability to evolve. Why do you take the side of a doomed species? Humans aren't doomed. If my mitochondria has the ability to evolve, it'll evolve to get rid of you. Love that sense of humor of yours, girl. Why is it that humans kill? Humans kill other creatures and they even kill their own kind. We have our reasons, and you sure are a good enough reason for us to kill. I work on that a little bit, Aya. All organisms have something called a territory. This territory is guarded from natural enemies. But until now, humans had no such natural enemy. That is what has allowed them to prosper to this point. You beings must think of your prosperity as history. But you're wrong. We mitochondria have lived within the human being and have allowed you to prosper. What? We mitochondria have made you create the perfect environment for us. Humans have come to rely on civilization and have lost touch with innate physical abilities. Can't you see that it's the perfect scenario? What? Then you're saying that humans were kept alive for the mitochondria's sake? You humans just served as transportation vehicles for us. What do you mean? Vehicles to transport us to the time the mitochondria would become free again. But you see, the vehicle is no longer needed anymore. From now on, the mitochondria will become human beings and will rule this earth. Biblically accurate, Eve. A year-old meatball found in the back of your fridge. Oh, we're just doing this. You know what? Sure. What does this do? It's gonna take all of my parasite energy. I might regret it. Whatever. Let's see. Cool. Oh. Oh. I should have used that the T-Rex. Yeah, it was pretty good. Can I stay in that, like, cool monster magical girl form? No? Yeah, it seems alright. Ow, ow, ow. A mini nuke. Yeah, the downside is it does drain all of my parasite energy. Also, that AoE. Oh, excuse me. Ah! Oh. Oh, don't do that. Well, might as well use a medicine 4, I guess. Please don't. Kind of like my mini nuke again. Ouchie. What cool music, though. Ow. I'm just gonna keep healing. I mean, clear out some inventory space. I don't want her to grab me again, so... Ouch. Well, let's just use the mini nuke again, I suppose. Our body cells being secret parasites is a really good horror premise, isn't it? I think he just has to accept the world of Parasite Eve and the science, air quotes, presented within on its own terms. I feel kind of bad using this, actually. This music's really good. I don't want to cheap out this fight. But look, she's still going after 2 of those, so... You know, I don't feel as bad. Ouch. Oh, please don't grab me. The camera angle here, boy, it makes it really hard to see. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Oh, and then I get stuck in place and I get hit 3 times. We're good. I'll give you points for trying. But enough of this nonsense. Watch and learn what evolution really means. Really good boss music. Oh, even more Final Fantasy boss, I see. Interesting that her form now looks like my liberation form. Ow. Oh, great. Also, So I heard that if you change your armor in battle, when I looked up the junk thing, that your P energy will recharge at a normal speed again. But I can't take off my armor because I only have the one piece of armor, so never mind, I guess. I can't use full recover. Does that take my whole bar? Detox isn't gonna help. Can't use medic, so I guess I'll just shoot for now. Oh, what? Defense down. Meow. I can't move. Ouch. Yeah, I'll save up my bar for full recover. Although, Liberate's really good. Ow. Oh, I don't want to die. That would be annoying because I'd have to sit through cutscenes again. Oh, really? Oh, I gotta look into that. I really wish Pingolf let you practice individual holes. Because part of it is figuring out where to dunk. Where are you going? Boy, this is very Evangelion. Ow. I could get away from that in time, jeez. What do you want from me? Ow. I just stand there and let it happen. Sometimes I wish I fired 2 shots instead of 3. Oh boy. How do you dodge that? How do you not get hit by that? She doesn't have an AT field. I guess Aya technically does when you think about it. I mean, I have my AT meter. No. Jeez. I'm learning why my handgun maybe is not the best weapon necessarily, just because of that lack of range is becoming a problem. Ouch. Man, when she does that, I can't move. I get stuck here. Now she's about to hit me again. I do have a revive that I could use. I have a couple revives because it's a full heal. I could just like focus on attacking, and if she kills me, it's like a heal. I mean, I could just miss. That's cool too. Oh, I'm gonna get beans by this because I can't move. Oh, I'm still alive though. Yeah, I'll just let the revive kick in. Because I don't know how you dodge that anyway. You get locked in place when she does it. Whoa. Don't do that, please. Yeah, I can't move when she does that. I don't know if there's a way to avoid the damage from that. I don't understand. No! You can't be our natural enemy! No! I like that chat is and then delicious. There must have been some mitochondria that underwent a different type of evolution. Think about it, Eve. It's fine. Eve is perfectly smooth. All the details have been buffed out. Like with sandpaper. It was actually pretty horrible. Also, I have hydrated and posture checked. What, Carlos? What, like Carlito? Boy, I should actually head to bed. But I'll get to another save point. We'll do this. Aya, come on! Aya, what's wrong? Have a good snooze, Kaporoko. Ha! You were great, Aya! Shows that only my partner could pull it off, eh? Yes, Aya, I'm relieved that you made it back safely. Why the hell did Eve have to bring all this to the Statue of Liberty? Because of the ocean and what it symbolizes. The sea is the mother of all creation. This is where she wanted to give birth. Oh, I thought there'd be more cutscene. If you don't mind, I'd like to have some time to myself. I'll show you the real meaning of evolution, and then she sits there for 10,000 generations reproducing and dying. Maybe they mean evolution in the technical sense. It's just happening extremely quickly. You know how on cooking shows, they'll prepare, say, a cake, and then they'll put it in the oven, and then they'll pull out a finished cake from the oven beside it? That's like what's going on here with evolution. Everyone else has been guided inside, miss. I'll show you the real meaning of revolution. Okay, this is kind of at odds with the music going on here. Thank you, Boogie. No need for this anymore. You take it. Keep it as a souvenir, huh? Yes, thank you. Is that how you got that gun made? Did you ask Wayne? Aya, Wayne came all the way from the precinct to see you. Yo, Aya. I'll be outside. The smell of oil makes me, rather queasy. I knew it! I knew you could do it! When I heard that you had blew that thing to bits, I had to come over here. Everyone's saying that you're the #1 cop in New York right now. It looks like the yellow text right next to Aya says, heh, and it's not what it says, but just for a moment, I thought that's what it said. Hey, what's wrong? You killed that thing. Aren't you happy? I guess you're in shock or something, huh? Yeah, you're probably tired, too. I'll take the things that are in your way, so rest up now, you hear? Oh, bless. Still have a rocket crate, but no rocket launcher. Maybe I hope I didn't miss it. I feel like maybe they give you a rocket launcher later. I don't know. Do I need Maeda's gun? Can I put it away? Or is it going to... yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, it's probably here for plot reasons then, I'd imagine. I really wish I had a super tool. I wish I could get rid of this dang rocket crate. I can't get rid of the rocket crate. Everything's miserable. You can take this. I have a medicine 3 in here. Take the medicine 3, not the rehearse key. God no. I'm just gonna hang on to the key for the Central Park Zoo forever. Hey, as a souvenir for blowing Eve away, I'll engrave your name on any weapon. Oh, okay. How about the gun that I'm using? Oh, I have to name it? I don't know. I didn't think I would have to name something today. Does she keep losing her guns? Club 3 is the best of that trilogy. I don't know. I feel like Club 2 is alright. Club 4 was definitely a step in the wrong direction, though. I like Club Origins. Why am I thinking about this hard? What do I call it? Rudy Tooty Point and Shooty. No. No. This doesn't matter. Moratorium. Oh wait, can I name it Memento Mori? Or is that too many letters? You know, I'm just gonna call it the Memento. Memento, no. Oh no, what has happened here? I've pressed, I should have called it Memento, not the Memento. Moritus. Memento. I like Memento. I'm gonna call it the Memento. And my cool jacket. The knuckle tattoos that say Memento and then Mori. Growing strong and healthy. Memo. I could just call the jacket Minmo. I know, I feel like it has to be a pun. I mean, I'm gonna end the stream after this, so I feel like I can take a moment and think about it. I don't know, what's a good name? What do I want to name it? Club 4? That would just confuse me. Coat 2. No, that's not funny. Maury, you don't have to be funny. I know I don't. But I do. You understand, right? You know, I just noticed now that I do have lowercase available. I didn't have to go with Memento in all caps. But I kind of like it that way. I probably shouldn't give it a morbid name if I'm wearing it. Like something that evokes protection. Or like just a really cool jacket. Her jacket's name, yeah, I like that. Except I'm gonna think of Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh. You know what? No, I'm just gonna call the jacket Minmo. It's great being on this cruiser, eh? Gotta tell my mom about this. I bet you do. Heh. He. So you're gonna head now, unless you want my emotional baggage. Okay. I should stop stream now. It's late. I'd love to keep going, but also not only is it late, it's very hot in here. No one should ever think of that. I really wish that I was able to stream more often and for longer because I love doing it. I have so much fun. I love getting to hang out with chat. Maybe someday. I hope so. When I get in a better life situation and more equipment, that would be nice. That'd be the ideal because I like hanging with folks. Thank you so much, everyone, for those in chat, for those who are lurking, for those who may watch this on YouTube later. As always, I'm extremely grateful. It's a treat to hang out with you all. So please stay safe, stay healthy, take care. I will catch you next time. Good night.